Mm, come on now. There we go. That's better. All right, we're going to get started here shortly. Hey, one of you guys from Discord, can you get a mic check real quick?
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Okay, we are live. I'm going to go ahead and get this squared away. First, a word from our sponsors. The Grumpy Cookies. Fandom merch that gets taken off as often as it gets put on. Let's skip the foreplay. You want something soft, snug, and nerdy on top of you tonight? We can do that. No dinner required. The Grumpy Cookies makes fandom apparel so obscenely comfortable, it's basically a mature content warning with a zipper. Our blanket hoodies don't cuddle you, they mount you. Our pajamas have ended more evenings early than a tequila and worse decisions combined. What's under the covers? One piece King of the Pirates blanket hoodie. It's huge. Everyone says so. It swallows you whole and doesn't apologize. You'll be moaning just 5 more minutes until noon. Star Wars Cherry Blossom R2-D2 robe and cami set. A robe designed to come undone with one gentle pull. R2 has recorded everything. He beeps twice if he approves. He always beeps twice. The Pervy Gentleman Brook Tee. A t-shirt that asks to see your panties so you don't have to. He's a skeleton. He's been thirsty for 35 years. Respect the grind. Sonic meets Lord of the Rings tee. Gotta go fast. It's fine for round 1, but real ones know it's about the fellowship, the long journey, and finishing on the side of a volcano. Doctor Who blankets, bigger on the inside. That's it. That's the innuendo. The doctor would be proud. Our clothes come off easy. One zip, one tug, one whispered. The dryer made it warm. And boom, you're down to your fandom and your feelings. And our all over prints, they mean it. All over. So tonight, slip into something more comfortable. Slip somebody else out of theirs. And let the blanket hoodie watch. It's seen worse. It's seen your browser history of adding things to a cart at 2 a.m. in the morning. The Grumpy Cookies. TheGrumpyCookies.com. Find your fandom. Lose your pants. Blame the fabric. Rated R for ridiculously soft. Side effects including canceled plans, torn wrapping paper in July, and someone borrowing your hoodie and never bringing it back. The oldest trick in the book. And you fell for it, you beautiful idiot.
Absolutely stunning.
And, of course, Describe Opus.
Thank you to our friends at Describe.
Yes. Because your players deserve more than 2 minutes of improvised description. Hey, Game Master. Yeah, you. Be honest with us. Last session, your players walked into an ancient elven temple, and you described it as, it's big, and there's some pillars. Roll perception. 2 pillars and a shrug? That's what you gave them? They faked being impressed. They've been faking for 3 campaigns. It's time to actually satisfy your players. Describe Opus is a full toolkit of professionally written scenes, throbbing ambient sound audios, and interactive maps, crafted by actual human writers who know that description matters, pacing matters, and nobody finishes a dungeon in one round unless something is wrong. What you get: lush, handwritten box text, prose so wet that with detail your players will need a moment afterwards. Whisper it slowly across the table. Make eye contact. Watch the barbarian blush. Immersive audio, moody music, and ambient soundscapes for every encounter. Set the lighting, hit the player, and let the vault heist track do what your voice alone could never. It's fine performance anxiety happens to every GM. Interactive maps. Adventurer's Alley, Fey Temple runes, detailed layouts your players can explore for hours, because you're finally learning that the journey matters more than rushing to the boss. Thousands of scenes, goblins, monsters, spells, the plane of the Faerun. Whatever weird thing your party's into this week, we've written it. No kink shaming at this table. You want a lovely, detailed, gelatinous cube? We have several. And here, the dirty little secret, it's all 100% human-made. No AI. Every word lovingly handcrafted by professional writers who stayed up late doing it, which is why it's more than your ex ever did for you. So stop leaving your players unsatisfied. Starting at the ceiling of a poorly described tavern, prep less, perform longer, finish the campaign. Describe Opus, describe.com. Award-winning, Emmy-winning, party-pleasing. Side effects include players actually paying attention, a bard who respects you now, and the phrase, wait, read that part again, but slower.
Absolutely stunning. Thank you to our friends at thegrumpycookies.com and Describe Opus. You guys are amazing. Opus. And to you guys are amazing. All of you Opus that are going to be watching this or are listening now, thank you for joining us on Fate Forged, episode 44, The Arrival. And thank you to my wonderful players. Any other announcements or anything? Or are we ready to get into today's session?
Think we are.
Beautiful. We will not be having the lovely Mia and the wonderful William with us today. They are out at a family vacation, so we love you guys. We know that you will be listening in later and watching this. We miss you, but enjoy your vacation. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode of Fate Forged. The Hall of Echoes had gone quiet. Each of you scattered like seeds thrown to different winds. Each of you taking a long exhale, the exhale of people who had been told a storm is coming and must decide in the meantime what to do with their hands. For Vandal, the answer was to keep them busy. Master Kotai had led you, Vandal, with Stolas following shortly after into the deepest chambers of the monastery, past sigilled doors that bloomed open under an elephantine palm, into the vault where the void shard turned in its cradle of wards, with many a ballista trained on it. And there, with a scientist's terrible calm, Vandal admitted what had been writing in his pocket since before he arrived. A shard of his own. Lifted once from an arcane university he no longer belonged to. A borrowed thing, he insisted. The kind of borrowing that never quite intends to return. As you pulled it out, Vandal, the room's harmonics shifted. The shard in your pocket wanted the shard on the pedestal. Twice the device had wrenched you and then completely dragged you and Stolas into a gray between place where the fog dissipated into void and something rumbled through your bones instead of your ears. And there, in the space between spaces, an eye peeled open to reveal a single vast purple eye watching you with an attention. And just as quickly as you had come, you returned, shaken. Vandal, seeing this as a problem, you built a box, black and silver, a cube of shifting sigils. And you handed it over to Stolas, telling him to create a series of shifts to ensure that whatever is within the box contained, that only you would know how to open it. Above in the training yard, William finished his work with the monks and turned to leave. And then the thread behind his sternum went taut. And he was wheeled out of the waking world entirely, up and inward, the amber light unraveling into filaments that he found himself finally standing on. Countless threads of the great loom, silver and gold humming where they crossed, fraying at the ends. And there was Cronella, waiting for him. She told him what she was permitted to tell. That children were coming, born to the dark, like a birthright. And unfortunately, that one carried a blade already stained with his color. That when the walls opened, he would hear 3 voices calling at once, and his heart would try to answer all of them, and it would tear. She showed him his own thread fraying at the end, trailing off into the dark. And William, standing before his goddess, answered her the way he only could. I do not fight because of what I hate. I fight because what I love is behind me. Then the bell rang for evening prayer and he was back, muttering that there had to have been an easier way to get his attention. At least he knew now what Bass felt like. Mia had called you all together in the bunks. And you heard William's voice call over the sending stones. Each one of you gathered together where your sleeping quarters were, coming upon a scene, seeing both Zin and Mia pacing, frantic, trying their best to keep the anxiety that was played out on their faces under control. Mia twisted her hair around a nervous finger and told each of you what she had done. She told you of Valeshra, of the Whispering Quill, the pact signed, and when she reached for the memory of the contract, it appeared unspooling in bent, burnt-edged parchment and moving ink, and Stolas read it aloud. A document that called Mia the guest and itself the broker, that insisted nothing is ever given, only lent, and every loan keep its own quiet interest. And then she showed you the coiling violet black moving up her forearm. And buried in the fine print, on the night the dreaming child is dying, Valeshra will save her, and the price will be Mia. You could have raged at her, yet none of you did. Ren instead wept and confessed that she had already lost too many people. Sarek sat. Nyx moved close. And William, who carries his own desperate gamble, told each of you finally, after a long pause, that he'd be damned before he held Mia's choice over her head. She's not the first to throw her lot in with an otherworldly power for the benefit of others. You called yourselves a family, found and not, and you meant it. Later, quietly, William took Mia's face in his hands and told her that he wanted to see her sunrise, that he would do anything, give anything, so that she would be able to see the sun rise again. The rest was laughter, because it had to be. Rage potions William would never drink. A +1 shortbow for Sarek, handed out to each of you by Vandal. And then finally you each said your goodnights one by one, and the black oblivion of sleep fell like a weighted blanket upon each of you. Not unwelcome. But sleep is not for everyone in this family. Nyx found herself in the soft, gray, edgeless place, and he was already there, not smoke and suggestion anymore, but rather full-bodied, sitting upon a chair, looking like a throne. Tirvin sat and patted a seat beside him, gesturing for her to come and sit. But sit she would not. So he reached into her instead and pulled. And when she tried to summon her mother's face, there was only an outline with nothing in the middle. The absence. And he was gentle with that. That was the horror of it. He told her the forgetting was mercy, that grief buries things to protect a child, and none of it was anyone's fault. It simply is. And she found herself agreeing. He reminded her what she'd been, a starving thing in an alley that grown men stepped over, and what she was now, the powerful feel in a room and grow careful around. And he reminded her of his care for her. And when she said she didn't know if she believed him, he told her the way to prove it. He would give her family back. He only needed access. He'd been invited through the door, but she was still holding the rest of herself away from him. And he said that he could feel that something is coming. Fast. And for the people she loves. And there would be a moment where everything depended on whether she was strong enough, and he would ensure that she would be. He would make sure that however much of him she needed, she only had to reach out and he would be there. And as those words were spoken and wrapped around her, like so much of a binding. She awoke with her heart racing and an absence in some part of her, and she looked over to see Stolas breathing safe in the next bed. And Stolas slept. And he saw a throne of books, a smaller throne fashioned from his own star charts, so he could never forget that everything he makes is already owned. And there, on the throne in the middle of the room, Paimon. And single sentences spoken. Stand with them. Bleed if you must. I do not need you to love me, Stolas. I have never needed that. I need you to be useful. And useful is the only thing I've ever permitted you to be. And as those words were spoken, Stolas, you woke up. The library was gone, the bed was soft beneath you. The only sound was breathing, and the rustling of Nyx in the bed next to you. Until a bell rang out in the night. Gong! Gong! Arrival! At the gate! Echoing through the halls. Arrival. And that is where we leave you. What are you doing? You hear the sounds of the footsteps rushing down the halls.
Has a long rest been completed? Or has it only
Yes.
been a short rest?
A long rest has been completed.
Okay.
It is now 7 in the morning.
Stolas will kind of yawn and he'll get up out of bed and he will start going through his morning routine. Nyx, you in particular would hear him kind of shuffling around as you begin to smell a very strong, kind of bitter scent in the air.
Smelling that bitter smell, Nyx's nose is going to twitch in her sleep, and she's going to roll over and stretch her arms out above her head and let out a soft squeak of a yawn before throwing her arms down to sit herself up, and she's gonna look at you. Am I smelling coffee?
Well, that you are, dear Nyx. And you'll see as he turns around and he has a platter with a bunch of little cups laid out, and he has a big pot of coffee that is steeping in the middle.
What the fuck?
Would you like
Did you
some?
just pull it
As
out
he
from
mechanically
underneath the
gasps it very-
covers? Were you steeping that
Yes,
overnight?
please. That would be absolutely wonderful after the night that we have had. And she's going to lazily scuffle over, obviously looking tired, but definitely refreshed. And she's going to drink some coffee.
He will very happily pour you a cup and pass it over to you, little saucer and everything.
So fancy, thank you. And she's going to sip on it.
You're quite welcome. Now, I suppose everyone else is shuffling about, and he'll just kind of peer out the door. Is anyone else up and about moving?
Not Zen, tell you that.
You would see William and Mia getting up and William looks over at you, notices you as you peek out the doorway, nods at you, and says, I'm going to the entry hall to see what the commotion is. Mia nods in your direction as well as they take off toward the entry hall.
Message us if something goes awry. We'll be along shortly.
Aye.
And I guess Stolas will kind of look over at Nyx. Are you good for now, or would you like seconds before I go wake our other sleeping beauties?
I think I'm good, thank you. And she's gonna finish her cup of coffee before setting down the saucer and walking out to follow William to whatever the commotion is.
At that, Stolos will kind of make his way over, and he will go into where Vandal and Zin are currently asleep.
You hear the bell ring out again. Gong! Gong! And then off in the distance, one of the other bells ringing. And you, Stolas, as you approach the sleeping quarters of Zin and Vandal, you would recognize the secondary bell that seems farther away is in response, letting the denizens here within the entry hall know that they are aware of an arrival at the gate. Continue.
Hells, we don't got time for this. He'll kind of reach down one of his free hand into his pocket, and he'll pull out a wonderful small little stone and make his way over between both Zin and Vandal. He will set his Goodberry coffee down on the table and pull out a stone in each hand and reach out to both of them as he cracks some smelling salts, a very acidic and disgusting smell, as he prestidigitates the smell in an attempt to try to wake you both up.
Amazing. Zin, go ahead and give me a charisma check with advantage.
Now that is absolutely evil, Stolas.
It's okay! Ren's got one coming too!
He's supposed to make the charisma check. Don't put it in my charisma hands.
You're right. My apologies, Stolas. Please give me a charisma check with advantage.
Charisma check with advantage, you say? That is a natural 20.
You don't even need advantage.
The instant you shove it up inside Zin's nose, he leaps straight up and like draws his sword, pulls his shield, is standing on the bed ready to fight. He slept in his armor. He looks disheveled. His hair is like matted all to one side. He was drooling. He doesn't sleep in beds all that often. But it didn't seem right to leave the room and go sleep on the roof here. So he's like just looking around wildly as like the bell, or is it like still an alarm going off, or is just abrupt waking through smelling salts probably gonna just get me enough?
Yeah, I would say just the smelling salts. Go ahead.
What's going on?
Wakey, wakey, monkey. A monkey boy. We've got our guest. Apparently, our guest is already here.
He puts his sword, puts his shield away. Oh, I was having such a good dream. What do you need me for that? That's like a you guys thing, isn't it? He scratches his backside a little bit.
See, typically that would be the case. However, it's much easier to just have you be present than have to recap everything for you.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Plus, it's always good to have a third perspective on things. think of potential questions that maybe some others may not think of.
Oh, all right. Vandal, what are you doing? Get up. If I gotta get up, you gotta get up. I jump over to his bed, jump on his bed, and purposely trying to make him be lifted up off of the bed.
Vandal, you get jostled hard.
Question. What size type is Zin? Is he a medium or?
I think medium. Yeah. I mean, I'm only like 5 foot, and like I'm not super thick. I'm definitely not large. I'll tell you that. I'd say medium.
I'd like to roll for reaction.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to shoot with a dart and make him tiny. Tiny Zin.
Oh god.
Is your hand cannon right? Is your hand cannon near you, or is it on your bedside?
It would be under the pillow.
Oh, it would be okay. Go ahead.
Just like any good gnome knows.
Right.
You sleep with the gat right under your head.
What you don't know is Vandal's part of the freaking gnome mob.
Jesus.
So
Solis, you're standing right here seeing this as well. You
yeah.
you see okay, yeah. Go ahead, Vandal.
give me a second. I'm actually looking for the dart so I can roll it. I have way too many fucking darts made.
Lovely.
As long as you don't put him back to sleep. We're needed out in the courtyard. And Solus will pick up his coffee and make his way out.
And roll.
Vandal shoots Zin.
What's your AC, Zin?
22? 21.
Vandal, you aim, but as you're being jostled, you can't get the trajectory right. The dart goes off, your hand cannon goes off, and you watch as the dart ching ricochets off of Zin's armor and then hits the stone wall directly next to you, to the left of you, and shatters. You see just a little bit of the liquid that was in the dart beginning to trail down the wall, the stone wall, as the splatter is now on the wall. Bits of glass and the needle point of the dart is now has fallen to the ground.
Then stops jumping, looks at the dart, looks back at Vandal, looks at the dart, looks back at Vandal. What the hell, dude? That's a little bit much.
Well, you don't jump on people's beds like that. It's wrong.
Time to get up.
But you could have just nudged me a little bit and just said, "Get up."
That never works for me. Why would I think that works for you? Otherwise, you'd already been up.
I just grumble and just get out of bed.
As I see him actually like getting out of the bed, I like kind of shake his bed a little bit, and I kind of teasing him a little bit more, and then I proceed out of the room with him once he's ready to go.
Okay.
And I assume
As you guys
know where the courtyard is, and we're going to head that way.
Absolutely, you do. You hear the sound of the many feet echoing through the halls. You know the direction of the main entry hall. Stolas, you're waking up Ren and Sarek?
I assume at this point, as Solus kind of approaches, he would kind of knock on their sleeping area. Probably see Sarek awake because he doesn't sleep.
Correct.
And he'll just Stolas will just kind of look over. Does it look like Ren has started to wake up?
Yes.
I guess I won't need one of these. And he'll pull his hand out of his pocket. Did you hear the bell?
Sarek is the first one. Ren, very groggy. Sarek responds, yes, I assume we would all go together.
William and Mia have already made their way ahead, and Zen, Vandal, and Nyx are on their way right now.
Oh. Ren, hurry, get up. Fine. And you watch as she takes the pillow, pulls it over her head, and then
Smooths herself after.
I'm sorry?
And smooths herself, I hope.
No. You watch as she gets up, blowing strands of her hair out of her face, and takes a deep breath and goes, I'm up. And she stands up, stretches, and then begins walking. And Sarek begins following you, Ren begins following you, and
We'll make our way to where we're headed.
fantastic. You guys begin moving through the hallways to the main chamber entry hall, moving toward the grand room where the large stone doors that you had originally come through are situated. By the time your feet find the corridors, the monastery is a bustle. Monks have begun pouring from their cells and their morning prayers with the practice urgency of a monastery that is on high alert. But the first thing that you notice is there's no panic. And you quickly ascertain that this is a reception. Word passes from mouth to mouth as you move with the current of robes, the diplomatic bell, the gate. And you arrive as the monks have finished assembling. Morning light, thin and gold and new, slanting through the high windows and pooling on the flagstones. And at the head of it all, standing where the light is thickest, you see Princess Ophidia of Sokar. She's looking at the doors, and you notice something in her posture that you had not seen on her before. Master Batu appears at the head of the hall, and he raises one hand, and the great stone doors of the Monastery of the Seven Rays begin to open. You hear the grinding of stone against stone. Dust shifts down from the frames, and the morning air rushes in, cold and thin, smelling of mountain and pine. and with it comes the light, a widening blade of dawn cutting across the flagstones as the doors part, and in the gap, framed against the pale morning sky, is a large shape, the silhouette of a large creature, humanoid. 12 feet tall, the humanoid waits. Each of the monks and you watching as this being stands. And then you hear Princess Sophidia. Arun. Arun, the ever-vigilant, fills the doorway. You watch as he takes a step in, and he must lower his head and turn his shoulders to pass beneath the arch that the monks walk through without a thought. His skin, where you see it, cobalt blue, cracked and veined like the face of a cliff that has stood against 10,000 years of wind. And across the great architecture of his body runs wrappings, ancient funeral linens, fused to blackened steel plate, bound so long ago that the cloth and metal have in many ways become a single substance. Gold gleams at the joints of his armor, worked into the shapes of skulls and pyramids, and the watching eye of Sokar. A crown-like helm frames a face that has no expression. And his eyes are the cold blue of the tomb guardians, but deeper, older, lit from somewhere far behind the surface. And his gaze sweeps the hall. Every monk it passes over goes a little more still. And in his right hand, grounded against the flagstones, is his halberd. 10 feet of haft and a blade as broad as a door. The whole of it etched with hieroglyphs that pulse, faint and slow, with the same blue light, his eyes like a heartbeat. He advances down the center of the hall. His feet hitting the ground, the very weight of it causing an echo across the hall. And he walks towards you.
Ben's awake now. Are the masters are out here too? Everybody, all the monks are.
Everyone.
Yeah, this is the reception. If we're not already, can we move to the front, like behind the masters?
Yes.
Get a better view.
He passes by Princess Ophidia. She follows his footsteps. And 10 feet from you, he stops. The pulse of the hieroglyphs on his blade. His cold gaze passes over each of you one by one. And there's nothing hostile in it, nothing evil or malevolent. And yet there's nothing kind either. You feel as though you are being assessed. You feel yourself cataloged, filed, understood in some fashion. And then he turns and he faces Ophidia. And Ophidia straightens, and when she speaks, it is not in the common tongue you've heard from her at the council table. Harun al-Sahir Haris al-Abad Jiita Vada Kuli Hadi al-Sanawat Jita. Do any of you know Sakari?
Hang on, I don't think I know this one off the top of my head. I will go ahead and cast Comprehend Languages.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
As Stolas will kind of pull out his grimoire and he'll kind of flip to some of the pages as some of the stars begin to shift. And as Ophidius speaks, they begin to form into a word that he understands, into words he understands.
Fuck is deep speech?
Well, what you make deep speeches?
Zen wouldn't know a damn thing. Tales from the deep. I talk to dwarves and common, and bad common, and bad dwarven. That's about the best you're getting from me.
You know, you should really learn to read a book, Zin.
I'll leave the reading to you, Starman.
If you read a book, you can fly twice as high.
I could train twice as hard and fly 4 times as high.
Oh, come on, Zin, you just have to take a look. It's in a book. And he'll reach into his bag and he'll pull out a little children's book, and it says Reading Rainbow on it.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, fucking gosh.
No affiliation with the stream, thank you.
Please don't sue us, Reading Rainbow. I whispered you, Stolas.
Yeah, I saw.
Tiflaula wa al salam yatba uha kamarayana fi al manam.
Does it look like the masters are understanding what's being said?
Give me investigation.
Okay, I don't think this would be with the glass. Well, the glasses won't apply here because this is more broad. 14.
You see the furrowed brow as she's speaking on many of the masters' faces. There's a glance as they look at each other. Master Batu specifically glances at Grandmaster Saurian, and then quickly back to the exchange happening between Princess Ophidia and Arun, and you can tell that they have no idea what is being spoken. However, as you look at Grandmaster Ascended Saurian, he's nodding as she's speaking, and there's a look in his eye as he's watching the interaction, and you can tell that he understands every single word. But he's the only one.
I'll kind of scoot a little closer to Master Saurian and be like, would you like me to translate for the rest of the masters?
There's a moment where he looks at you.
But I say this like under my breath, so that way it's more like I don't want it to make it obvious that I've caught on, that everyone else doesn't know.
He leans in toward you ever so slightly and nods. Thank you.
He'll kind of clear his throat and make his way along the side and past the masters, and kind of stand in between, kind of off to the side of Ophidia, Arun, and the masters. And I'll look over and I'll greet Ophidia and Arun with a courteous bow, and I will begin to translate as Arun speaks through Ophidia. Arun, the ever-vigilant, keeper of eternity. You've come, after all these years, you have come. The child's here, and the darkness follows her, as we saw in the dreaming.
Ophidia, caught off guard, glances more at you, and then turns back without second thought, looks at Arun. He inclines his head, a single deep, deliberate bow, the grinding of stone as his great neck bends, the hieroglyphs on his halberd flaring once, brighter as though something in him has answered. He straightens, plants the butt of his halberd against the flagstones with a boom that rolls through the hall, and then slowly he turns his head toward the eastern wall, toward the direction from which he came. And then he turns and begins to move away without a single word spoken. Princess Ophidia watches as he begins to move away. The monks that had crowded around split open, and he moves through them. And Princess Ophidia turns to each of you and says, "Ever since we have become undying, he has not spoken. He is here, and he has vowed to protect you, this monastery, and the child. We will be here for when the attack comes. And you see in her hand, at some point, it must have been given, though you did not see the exchange take place. But she extends her right hand, and in it is a long shard of what looks like obsidian glass, and a single hairline fracture running down the center of it. She holds it out. I believe you were the one that asked for this. And she gestures to you, Stolas.
Indeed.
Gifts
With
and-
Zakara's strongest warrior here, what better place to keep your shard safe? And once this is over, we'll see what we can do to repair the crack.
Do you have any idea as to how to fix such an artifact?
Let's see. And he'll kind of look around in his bag before he'll stop for a second. Probably best to have this conversation in more private quarters.
Then lead the way.
Solus will kind of step to his side, gesture for Princess Ophelia to follow, and he will lead her. Supposedly, he knows somewhere where they can have a little conversation without prying eyes.
Yeah, you would know several locations, whether it be back in the Hall of Echoes, or which would be the most private of headquarters, as you know that there's no traffic aside from the masters that would frequent there. You would think to go to any of the archives, or even the pools of vision. There's a couple different areas that you could potentially have a conversation of secrecy like this.
As we get ready to head out, Stolas will kind of look to the rest of the party. Anyone care to join us?
Yeah, I'm not gonna stand around here.
See why not?
Mia, William, Ren, and Sarek also nod, with William saying, "Of course, I would not miss this for anything."
Okay. Then yeah, we'd probably go to the most private area. And as we kind of get there, Stolas will kind of begin saying, "It's a bit of a long shot, but hell, anything's possible if we put our strongest effort to it." As he will pull out his grimoire, and the pages will kind of begin to flutter and flip as these constellations kind of begin pouring out, as they create a star-like skyline along the roof of the room that we're in, as he casts divination. And my question will be, how can we repair the void shard held by Princess Ophelia?
Skipping the nonsense and going straight to the source.
Fuck yeah.
This is the time to pull
We need
this out of my
answers.
pocket.
We're gonna ask God.
God. That compass has been in the kid for 90 years. Oh, this thing? Yeah, this takes us straight to the fucking... Points to this. You didn't know what this does?
Side quests? What are side quests?
I am flipping through my notes, so bear with me.
You're all good.
Curveball. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and find out how to fix this.
I mean, my question is, like, which deity is he calling?
Well, I'm simply reading what the stars have to say about it.
All right,
It's
so
my shtick.
you kneel as you make the offering, and as you cast divination, asking, how do we repair the fracture in the void shard? And you wait. The answer does not come as a voice. Divination rarely does. It comes as an omen. You see visions begin to unfurl in front of you. You see the shard. You see it turning slowly You see the hairline fracture running through it, thin, and you see suddenly hands grasping it, trying to close it. The first pair pours molten gold into the fracture, the way a smith might mend a broken blade. The gold flows in, the crack drinks it. And for a brief second, Stolas, you see it as though it were salvaged, it were fixed. And then you watch as the void shard shatters. You see black pouring out of it. Suddenly the scene shifts as this kind of milky fog roils through the vision. And then you see a second pair of hands. You hear, as the second pair of hands come into vision, you see the void shard, the hairline fracture, and you hear the womb is not in the stone. The second pair of hands does nothing at all. Give me a perception check, Stolas, as the vision plays before you.
Perception.
Mia, welcome!
That is a 24.
Beautiful, amazing.
What you doing in here, vacation girl?
Yeah, I just got back in from the pool, cleaned up, in pajamas. Sean's tired though, but I figured I'd hop on.
Oh,
Thank you. for joining.
amazing. Thank you so much. You would notice the hands as Ophidia's. These hands simply hold the shard still, cradling it, keeping it from moving, from meeting anything, from being joined. And the crack does not close, but it doesn't spread either. The omen gives you a taste of held breath. And the omen shifts and shows you the fracture. You watch as the fracture itself seems to pull you in. And you are now seeing it from the inside. And it's not empty. Something is looking back out through it. And you realize the crack is not damaged. The crack is a door left ajar, and it was made from a jar from the other side. And no gold, no craft, no smith's art seals this door. And then faint. A phrase, the only words that your divination spell grants you, arriving in the cadence of a scripture. And that's key. In the cadence of a scripture. What was broken from without is not mended from within. Still the stone, and it will keep. Close the eye, and it will heal. Fall in either, and the seam becomes a mouth. And then the vision is gone.
As like a that's so Raven moment. Well, well, Princess Ophidia, I've got some good news and some bad news. Which would you like first?
The bad.
Well, bad news is that there's not really any way to mend the fracture within the shard itself. I've seen that others before you have tried their hands, but have been unsuccessful. But under your hands, I saw that the crack itself will not spread. At least. But this, and he kind of like taps his fingers together. But this was where it kind of leads into the good news. But some more bad news. The good news is it's not a crack. So you don't have to worry about it falling apart or being destroyed.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's a door.
Wait,
What do you mean it is a door?
There's something deep within the shard itself. The fracture that we are seeing is more of, instead of the shard falling apart, it's that something is trying to escape the shard.
something's inside and trying to get out?
Correct.
So we can't fix the shard because it's trying to get... Oh, that's great. That's great.
Correct. But there's a bit of a silver lining. If whatever is inside the shard, if there was some way to get inside it and fight back whatever is in there, supposedly that could lead to the fracture itself closing. But what all that would entail is a bit beyond me at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, how would we go in the stone?
I haven't
Do you
quite... Go.
do you have any idea what this could mean?
It could mean a lot of really, really bad things.
You see for the first time since being with Ophidia, seeing her calm, cool, collected at the delegation with the masters, seeing her presence in the halls, for the first time, there's a crease within her brow and there's worry on her face. Give me an insight check.
Dirty 20.
Very nice. You, Stolas, can tell that there's something that she is holding back, that as you are speaking of this, of what you've seen, of what the fracture means, what it actually is, that she's actually understanding more than she's letting on.
Your Highness, if there's some information that may have crossed your mind, it may behest that you share with us. If you know that some way that we could assist in getting this doorway sealed, please.
She looks at you for a long time, and her gaze moves from you, Stolas, to the rest of the party. Really quick, Mia, just so you're caught up, Arun, the giant, had arrived at the halls, and the fractured void stone that hung in, or over rather, all of Sokar was brought to the monastery and was handed to the party. Stolas is now in possession of it, and he had cast divination, and he found out that the fracture in the void stone is not actually a fracture as much as it's a doorway, and there's something within these stones that that can potentially that there's something within these stones, and what was stated to him I had put in chat, but it says, what was broken from without is not mended from within. Still the stone, and it will keep. Close the eye, and it will heal. Fall in either, and the seam becomes the mouth. And so now you guys are talking with Ophidia, and she's letting on that she knows more than she's actually letting on.
Do all of us get to hear those words, or is that something that only Stolas heard?
If Stolas shares it.
I mean, I haven't whispered anything. Yeah, everything's been out in the air.
So there
And
you
we're
go.
all in the same room
Yes.
right now? Okay.
And I have a question.
Yeah.
Did Vandal, did you share your experience with Stolas? Or Stolas?
Yes. Last session when you guys were divvying, or when Vandal was divvying out.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, and remember Stolas had summoned the large eye that scared Ren.
Oh, right.
Go ahead.
So, close the eye, it will heal? I mean, wasn't there something about the eye in your other stone? Is this a different stone? That other stone?
You mean this thing? And he'll minor illusion the eyeball once more.
Zen like kind of like sneers a little bit, like ugh. And he like goes to like poke it, wave his hand through it like a hologram.
Passes right through.
Yeah, this thing. Hideous.
Yes, and Stolas will turn back to Phidia. We had a strange encounter the other evening. Apparently, someone, and he'll look down at Vandal, had a void shard and didn't think to tell any of us. But when we both came into contact with it, we were taken to this strange abyss, and we saw this staring back at us. Whether this same sort of creature resides within your shard, it's a little hard to say, but...
Well, I mean, is it possible that that shard is a broken off piece of one of the other larger shards? And it would complete it? Or, like, maybe kind of mend it? Or something? But that's probably a bad plan.
Well, as far as I'm aware, we don't really know exactly what will happen if two of these void shards come into contact with each other. Could be something mundane like two bubbles touching together, Or it could be something catastrophic, like 2 bags of holding.
Oh. I heard about that.
Ophidia is quiet for a long moment after you finish. Her coils, which are almost never still, go completely still. And when she speaks, it's slower than her usual measured cadence. And she's not looking at either of you. Instead, you see her eyes staring into the void, looking at nothing. You are describing an ancient pre-cataclysm book. A tome of disastrous proportions. The testament of this shut away. And I'm going to write that in chat.
Welcome, Sarek.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Welcome, Sarek. Let me catch you up to speed really quick. Arun you guys had awoken to the sound of bells ringing. Arun had arrived at the monastery and is now at the eastern gate, and had brought the void shard, the void stone, and it is now in your guys' possession. You are now in the Hall of Echoes talking with Princess Ophidia, discussing ways of mending the void shard that has a fracture going through it. Stolas found out that the fracture is not so much a fracture as much as it's a doorway that has been opened. And you are now discussing
Excellent.
with Princess Ophidia. She says, I had hoped I would go the rest of my long life without hearing another living voice describe it. There is a tome, older than Zakara, older than the curse, older than the pact my ancestors made with the stone. We do not have it. No one has it that I know of. But Zakara has kept records of records, and the testament is spoken of in 3 of our oldest funerary canons. Always the same. Always as a thing that existed and was studied and then was very deliberately lost. It was not lost to fire or to war or the carelessness of ages. It was lost on purpose by people who realized it was safer to not know what it contained. It contained all the manners of closing the ways between places, what are called the seams. The thin places where one world presses against another. Your fracture is one such seam, forced open. If this is true what you speak of, Stolas of the stars. doing?
It sounds to me that perhaps the only way forward to mending Zakar's shard is to find that which is lost.
Yeah, but didn't they just say if you mend the stone, it'll shut the door? Am I wrong if saying that if you mend it and you close the doorway, didn't we just say that's bad? Because then having less in-betweens is bad? So are we not supposed to heal the shard? Is it kind of like having another anchor? It shares the weight of the dream world? It's me? I don't know.
Roll me an insight. No.
From what I've seen, as long as the shard remains with Princess Fedia here, then the shard itself will be safe. The fracture will not worsen, but should you request, Your Highness, we could find attempt, after this whole debacle is resolved and stowed away, perhaps we could lend our assistance in finding the lost tome. Of course, should you wish that the fracture be mended, or at least potentially mended.
I wish it to be so. Please mend the stone. Find the tome. And return it to Sokar. Until then, she looks at each of you. I trust it is in your capable hands. And she sits back on her serpentine coil.
Did she give us the star shard, or is she still, or the void shard, or is she still holding on to it?
She had handed it to you, Stolas, before you guys, before you went into the Hall of Echoes.
Okay.
And the monks are just cool with that. With this, the masters are just like, yeah, that's not gonna.
They are unaware of what is happening right now.
I'm gonna call it quits here, guys. I'm falling asleep.
All right, Vandal.
Okay,
Rest
buddy.
well, man.
Sorry, dude.
All right, sleep well, man.
Later, buddy.
So
as far as you know, Zin, they are completely unaware of this exchange.
I'm right in saying there are now like 3 void shards in and around the Temple of the Seven Rays, or at least this one, the one down below, and the small shard that Vandal has, correct?
I forgot.
I believe you guys have 3 in your possession.
Yeah, we've got the one from Vandal, the Zakaran, and then we have access to the one in from the temple.
Yeah, it's down below, but we didn't. It's not like we have that in our possession.
Yeah, it's not on our bags.
I was just
And
more
you-
saying that within the walls of the Temple of the Seven Rays, there are 3 shards currently.
And
that
you
we
have
know
one.
of.
You have one that you retrieved from the
So
witch's
technically
lair.
4.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And again, there are 7.
Correct.
Yeah, because we had the one that was underneath the monastery, the one Vandal got from the Arcane University, the Zakar one, the Monastery of the Seven Rays has one.
Doesn't it sound
Then we
bad?
know that one is held by a dragon.
Kind of feels like a bad idea to have them all in the same place. I mean, also, it's like good to have them protected, but
Well, what better place to protect them than with all of us and our backs to them and Zakara's strongest warrior?
flattery will get you nowhere, Stolas.
Ha ha ha. Regardless, once we've dealt with the spacing and reading my notes, who are the guys that are coming?
Children of Midnight.
The Midnight Eye.
Yep.
Once we've dealt with the Midnight Eye issue, well, that'll at least be one thing off the checklist.
And depending on who lives, we'll see where we go from there. Yeah, great. Wonderful.
Well, I mean, do you plan on dying?
Hell no.
Then what do you have to worry about?
Yes, that's true. I mean, do you plan on dying?
I've got too much shit to do. I can't die at any time soon. Who would pick up the slack?
Exactly. Thank you. Jeez, somebody gets it.
You know, nobody wants to work nowadays.
No, we all just want to be D&D streamers.
I really do. That would just, sign me up.
What?
Seriously.
People? No, thank you.
Well, I think it's best, Your Highness, that you at least continue to act like you are protecting the Void Shard. Best not to let on that there's been a change of hands.
I agree. It would be the wisest and the best way to move forward to ensure that our enemies have no idea where such a key artifact is being held. Until we can solve this puzzle, we have other things to attend to anyway. I suggest we take one thing at a time. You all have been granted access to Zakara after this anyway. If you choose to return to Zakara with myself and Arun, you would be welcome travelers. But let us handle one thing at a time, yes? We must
Have to
prepare.
agree.
She bows to each of you.
Stolas will bow back.
Then takes the example, like, kind of obviously looking left, looking right, also bows.
Stolas will bonk Ran on the head. Show your respects!
And she bows as well.
Beric will do a very slight head nodish bow.
And by the way, while I and Arun are here, we do not expect any to die. You have the greatest warriors Zakara can offer at your disposal. Suggest any would die in our hands would be a travesty of the deepest treason.
Yeah, still us. Punch him on the arm a little bit.
He'll shoot you a glare. Well, at least that takes care of it, one piece of the puzzle. Now, above table, did we... I'm trying to remember because I'm not seeing it in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
We know that there is a spy within the temple, right?
You do.
Okay.
Where does bitch at?
Did we announce that to them? I feel like, didn't we say that? Did we
To
say
who?
that?
Is it the pretty little eyes?
To the Seven
The
Masters?
master? You did not.
No?
No.
I want to thank you deeply, Princess Ophelia, for putting your trust in us. We also have a bit of additional information that I would like to share with you. We know that there is someone within the monastery's walls acting as a spy for the Midnight Eye.
You see Sarek perk up. Stand a little more about.
Though we may feel safe with Arun being here, we shouldn't let our guard down, even in the slightest. If you see anything, please reach out to us.
You know, I was gonna say that as a joke yesterday or the day before. And it just didn't seem right. And the fact that you're saying this right now just makes me feel so vindicated.
Well, Princess Sophia has put her all out. Well, she's put her trust in us to protect Zakara's void shard. We need to show the same, if not more, trust to her.
She doesn't react as you say this, but her eyes move to you and settle on you, Stolas. She studies you for a moment, and there's something almost approving in that gaze. And finally, finally, she says, "Yes, I have felt it since I arrived. A wrongness in the weave of this place. The most dangerous of kind. Not a knife at the gate, a face at the table. You are wise. I will keep an eye out, and I will alert Arun as well. If there is an eye of the children of midnight within these walls, we must assume our enemy knows precisely what we know. Guard the child, guard the stone, and guard your tongues, all of you, for from this moment assume that every word spoken in the open is a word spoken into our enemy's ear.
Stolas will nod. Well, let us complete one quick little round, not to raise any sort of suspicions. And let's get you back to Arun before people start to question why you've slunk off with a ragtag band of adventurers.
And if we haven't said it already, thank you for your assistance and putting your trust in us. We will happily be accompanying you back after all of this, and hope we can repay your kindness in turn.
As to me, it is not entirely altruistic. We are receiving something back. To have our stone mended and whole, and to stop the fracture happening in my people as well. You are solving many things for us. For centuries we did not dream, we did not need sleep. But as I said 3 weeks ago, we slept for the first time and dreamed nightmarish things. So it is good to have allies in you as well. And she nods at Yuzin. Sarek, Nyx, as this is taking place and you are hearing this, what's going through your minds? Nyx, I whispered you as well.
I am reading.
Mia, what's going through your mind?
I'm not sure.
That's okay.
From Sarek's initial interactions with, I apologize, Lady Sophia.
Ophidia.
Ophidia. I'm being a little more reserved with my tongue, so I'm just kind of taking everything in, really. I want to play it out in a different manner than what I started, so. Observing is my angle right now.
Okay.
I have no strong stance on anything in particular, other than the protection of Nadia and my compatriots.
Okay.
I completely understand our relationship will be self-serving on both sides. No doubt about it. Wouldn't be here just because they want to help.
Is it just me, or is
Try
it
and get
quiet?
something out of it. Am I?
Oh,
No.
you were quiet for a little bit, but it just sounded like you were far away from your mic.
Gotcha.
It sounds better now, though.
I did have my head turned a little bit, so maybe it was just because I wasn't speaking directly into the microphone.
All right.
I mean, I'm so sorry to ask, but was there
It's okay.
something that said that the attack was going to come at a certain time? Like, just because it's daytime doesn't mean we're safe?
No.
Yeah.
You do not know when the attack is going to happen, only that it is, and that was confirmed from two places, remembering back from Master Thadriel and Master Suyin, who stated that Master Suyin had been having visions for the last 3 weeks of your arrival. That is why when you guys arrived, Grandmaster Sorian was expecting you. And then two, of what Stolas had shared when he had cast divination previously.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then the deal with Valeshra, Faye, and their productivities with their deals did mention that it would be at night. So we at least have a somewhat time frame.
Just a little bit of strange relief knowing it's just not going to happen right now. It might happen tonight. But what preparations can really be made? What can be done? How could we benefit from this time of preparation?
Well, I believe William was assisting with the monks and their training. Perhaps the rest of us can smoke out the mole.
How do you think we would do that?
Zen
Do
kind
we have
of
an inclination to who it could be potentially?
leans in, covers
Because
his
I'm
mouth.
sure we have an idea.
Are any
all
of the
that we-
masters within earshot of this? Or is it just Lady Ophidia?
No, none of the masters are here in the Hall of Echoes. So it's only Princess Ophidia and you as the party.
But we know that it's someone within the monastery. Who that could be, can't quite say. There's a lead that I would like to check up on, but if anyone else has any suggestions.
I'm just thinking, I don't know, a pretty face goes a long way.
It wasn't me. I'm
Master
just
of
kidding.
deception.
Mia.
He's not wrong.
Mia, you're an angel.
So, I mean, what, you're gonna go play detective? You're gonna start questioning?
Who's to say I didn't already start playing detective?
Oh my.
Well, perfect, so we can leave the investigation to you then.
You see Sarek like drop his drop his brow and like have the I don't know what to call it, like sad face, like, oh man.
One responsibility off my shoulders. He wipes his hands.
These are the managerial skills that everybody desires right here.
You saw how well my persuasion with the goblins went.
Not
Great
like
aversion and nope.
they didn't have much chance anyways. Adopted, they had to listen to mommy.
Nix.
Yes?
Everything okay over there?
Oh, yes. Everything's fine, thank you.
You look a little cold.
Well, let's give me an insight check as you're talking with Nyx.
Yeah. Cold.
Dare. He's staring at you.
Eyes wide, looking into your soul, Nyx.
And as he focuses, you see a little glint around his eyes as he casts guidance.
Oh, you didn't even need that, man.
Can I notice Stolas noticing Nyx and then notice Nyx myself, please?
Oh, absolutely, Zen.
And she
with a
looks
19.
That's a 26.
Notice you, notice me.
Oh my gosh, I was thinking of the other song that was like, and she looks at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me.
Zen, give me an insight check as well.
Okay, absolutely. Here it comes. Any day now.
Well, you know, 80% of body heat is lost to your heads and your feet. Your
Oh,
head and feet.
Head? Yeah, yeah.
Why are my hands and feet always cold then?
Oh,
Losing?
Zen.
Not much insight, but I'm perceiving stuff.
socks.
Okay, there's something out there. What it is, who knows?
You just
Yeah.
keep staring
Plotting to
contest.
steal some more hair.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
That is what goes through your mind, Zen.
You see Zen
Especially
trying to
with
pull the
Nyx so
fur
close to
from
you.
his paulders like over his fur a little bit further, even though it won't stretch.
Nyx, how much are you trying to hide? Given that you've already said that everything is fine, go ahead and give me a deception check.
Okay.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Plants for hire.
Yeah, Stolas, you see through it.
Pants
Yes,
on
Stolas
fire.
does, but I think everybody else would. Oh, hush, kitty. Sorry. I have no clue if you guys can hear her or not, but she's meowing in my face. Okay.
And did not hear her, actually.
Very good then. Because she's after my food.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had.
I know.
Yeah, everyone else is assuming that you.
I'm just cold.
You're cold, and then the weight of what is coming, the weight of what you guys are finding out is weighing upon you heavily, as it is everyone else. And a majority of the rest of your party is dealing with their own internal struggles, their own battles. However, Stolas, you see through the charade, and you can tell what's happening. You're familiar with the shifting of her eyes, the quickening of her pulse, even beneath her fur, her shallow breath.
Yeah.
You see fear.
Fear whisper.
Go ahead, Nyx. Stolas, take it away.
I'm staring at you, Stolas, as I think in my head. Yes, Tyrvin.
You hear a sigh back in your head. All right. One thing at a time. Let's wrap up things here, and we will go talk.
Yes. Please. And that's all I say.
Right. I do want to apologize, Princess Ophelia, that unfortunately I will need to cut our meeting here short. Sarek, William, Mia, Zin, if you could please escort Lady Ophelia back. Try to maintain an appearance that we were just giving a small tour and talking about Zakara.
Got it. Be aloof.
Precisely. Your Highness. And he will offer a deep bow of respect. Thank you so much for your time. If you could please excuse me. Nyx. Vandal. Come. Ah, shit, Vandal's not here. Okay. Nyx, come along.
And without a word, I will follow Stolas.
And Princess Ophidia bows in return and looks to the rest of you. Ren says, Stolas, what about me? I just wanted to know what I should be doing because you didn't include me in the group that needs to act aloof, like Zin said. And so I just want to make sure that I'm also supposed to be doing that, or am I supposed to be going somewhere else? Because I can also do that if you want me to.
Ren, please assist. Please assist Sheriff Sarek as his deputy.
That is now canon.
That is a very tongue twister. Oh my gosh.
Sheriff Sarek.
Sheriff
Sarek on duty.
It's high noon.
Sheriff Sarek.
Seriously.
I think we're gonna catch ourselves a vermin. It's high noon somewhere.
Oh, that's great. She goes, okay, I will. Sarek, so I'm your deputy. Does that mean that I also get to handcuff people or arrest them if you need me to? Because I can totally do that. I'm really good at doing that. In fact, I don't have this broken finger anymore. In fact, I actually never really did, and I'm really sorry for lying to you guys. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys also understood that I was, useful too. So, and she continues to just.
She's really good at handcuffing people. Wow, I don't want to know.
Mia.
Yes, Ren, here
Stop,
he hears.
Wow, you know?
The courts of the monastery deem Ren deputized by Sheriff Steric.
Listen, man, it's not that we're angry, just disappointed.
This shall be fun.
Awesome, and you guys depart. For the next moment, I'm gonna have each of you roll a group performance check, and I'm gonna give you guys. I'm not giving you disadvantage as Ophidia is aiding you.
Incoming nat 20, I'm just saying.
Let's do it. Oh, with the advantage! You called it!
It is not letting me roll anything for some reason.
I can roll for you.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
great.
why it's...
That's for William. 23, nice.
We have been blessed by the nice gods today.
That's for Ren. This is for Mia.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Sarek.
Dang, Mia!
Let's go.
It's in here, man.
Mia!
Holy!
Amazing job, guys.
As per usual, Eagle Eyes.
Call on the squad to perform.
Great group performance.
Yeah, as you guys leave the Hall of Echoes with Princess Ophidia trailing, doing a damn fine job of showcasing the architecture of the monastery, the foundation stones, showcasing and putting on this performance that you are showing her around, giving her a tour of the entirety of the monastery. The monks passing you by, even some of the masters passing you by, take notice, overhear your conversation, and continue on their way. And you know that they have bought into this explanation that you are portraying.
Is this the cue Jurassic Park theme music right now?
I'd be a curator. I'd be a great curator.
And with that, Stolas and Nyx, where do the two of you go?
Presumably kind of somewhere around the corner. Or just like another private place where we can speak.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Did they say that they were going somewhere private? Did they like out loud say that? Sorry, I missed that.
You're good.
He kind of just said, "Come along, Nyx."
Okay, so there was a directional call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will play that by character, and I'm gonna roll a perception to see if I notice.
Yeah, do so. Yeah, I would say you absolutely do. You see them break off apart from the rest of the party. You take note of the direction that they go. What would you like to do, Sarek?
I'm going to keep an eye on them, actually. I'm not worried about our group that's collectively together, and I'm just gonna be a little nosy.
Do you break off from the rest of the party?
Just a little bit. I'm just up ahead a little bit.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep an eye on where they're going.
Yeah. So there, you do so, and there's a moment where Nyx and Stolas, as the party continues walking through the main halls, showcasing the architecture, the lamp light, seeing the magic flame that are the sconces on either side, gesturing to the bunking quarters and then to the pools of vision. You, Sarek, begin to slow your pace, and you watch as Stolas and Nyx turn left as the party continues to move forward down the now entering into the grand entry hall. You watch as the party continues walking forward, and Nyx and Stolas have now entered into a small alcove where they are now alone. And you watch as the party continues walking forward, getting farther away from you, as you slow your pacing, and Nyx and Stolas have stopped and they're in the alcove. What would you like to do? Are you going to stay, or are you going to continue following the party?
I would like to actually stay within earshot. I don't know what that will take, but I do want to remain in a position that they're unaware that I'm there.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, please.
Okay.
Good.
Nice
I am
roll.
more or less
Wow.
hiding from them in a way,
Mm-hmm.
but not from the party. So I think if I'm understanding the layout, I'm kind of gonna put myself. Let me see. So you see my character on the board right now?
I do.
Okay, so we came from here, right? The stairwell?
That is correct.
Okay, so did they come out the stairwell as well?
Yes, they did.
Okay, are they over here where my character is? Or did they come
I would
out
place
here?
them. I would place them more right here.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, I just want to position myself on, like leaning against the wall, my back's on the wall with my foot up, arms crossed, like just nonchalantly, like hanging out.
Absolutely.
Just more stealth to them than our party, if that makes sense.
He's dropping.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. Yeah, you post up, and there's a moment, Sarek, where you watch as the rest of the party have continued onward. You see every once in a while monks pass by you, taking note of you, but not really paying attention to you, as your unassuming posture gives the semblance that you are resting, not really doing anything. And so there's a quick glance your way. You hear the conversation as they pass, talking about give me a perception check, sir.
Yeah, I do want to not ignore the monks that are passing by. I'm making eye contact, appearing in a friendly manner.
Yeah.
You said what? Sorry, perception?
Yes. I'll give you advantage on that just because you are really straining your ears, trying to pay attention, expanding the, essentially expanding your awareness as much as you possibly can, really fine-tuning to ensure that you pick up the conversation as best as you can of Nyx and Stolas.
So can we all go in a separate room and have that conversation? And I just
Absolutely.
listen to their conversation. Is that kind of the play?
I mean,
Is
I'd
that,
play it out
is that
here
possible,
because we are streaming.
Okay, yeah. I mean, as long as we're just, I guess, not taking it metagamed, but
I trust you guys.
for sure.
Sarek, however, as you focus your attention, there are a couple monks that pass, and as they come close to you, you hear. Are you heading out, Mia?
Yeah.
Okay. Good night, Mia. Thank you so much for being here.
Mia, thanks for hanging
It
out.
was such an
Good
awesome.
night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good
I'm gonna
night.
watch the
Have fun.
sunrise in the morning. Good night.
All right. Good night. Sarek, you hear mumble, and then you hear didn't even come to evening prayer. Neither of them. Brother Idris says their cells are cleared out, sleeping rolls, everything. Cleared out? You mean? I mean gone. Down the western path in the dark is what I mean. Before the gates could be watched proper. Master Khaled has bigger worries than two who lost their nerve. And keep your voice down. Furthermore, as they pass by, you hear one of the monks, as three now are walking by you, carrying what appears to be folded linens. Not cowardice. Don't call it that. Half of them have families in Hazaz. You'd think about your children too if you had them. We took vows. We took vows to guard this place, not die in it against something that kills the way they say this thing kills. There's a difference between a guard and a... He stops himself. I'm not saying I'm leaving. I'm saying I understand the ones who did. And then there's silence between them as they pass. They notice you. And then you see two more pass by, one with a completely shaved head that has a single, what looks to be a bun wrapped, folded in on itself to make a long cylinder of a bun on the top of one head, and then a female monk, short hair, shaved on all sides, short kind of crop cut, marine style haircut. You catch the tall of it, Sarek. Giant made of tombstone standing at the wall, and a snake woman in the south wing, and a child in a locked room, and that none of us are allowed to see, and we're meant to bleed for all of it and ask no questions. You'd rather run like the others? I'd rather know what I'm dying for. That's all. The others at least were honest about being afraid. The rest of us are just quiet about it. The second one says nothing at all, and after a moment the first one sighs and... I'm not going anywhere. Where would I go? This is the only home I've had in 30 years. Then we hold the wall. Then we hold the wall. And you hear their footsteps pass
I'll
by
look,
you.
I'll look a little down towards the floor on this one, as if I'm not paying attention.
The hall goes quiet as their footsteps die, and you pick up the conversation between Nyx and Stolas. Nyx, Stolas, take it away.
Nix. What was it this time?
He was talking about you.
Oh, really? Pray he tell all of my fantastic and best qualities.
I wish. He says
Nyx, give me an
Yes.
intelligence, a general intelligence check.
okay. $18, DM.
You realize something that concerns you as you begin talking with Stolas. Before, there was a struggle for his voice to reach you. It felt like you had more control. Now, his voice comes in clear. There's no more struggle on your part. Continue.
That's not good. Sorry, I'm trying to read all of the whispers and try to sum it up as best as possible.
You're good. Take your time.
He was saying that none of you know how close and she's going to do air quotes, the child of midnight is. And I think he was trying to say we're not looking in the right place. And that I'm being lied to?
Lied to?
He speaks in riddles. It's always so confusing. And hearing him now used to be hard, but it's not anymore. And he's talking more. And it feels like I'm losing control.
Losing control, you say? Do you think it might be tied to you being here in the monastery?
I don't know. He doesn't always respond when I try to talk to him.
Wait, you're actively trying to discuss things with him.
I have. before and recently.
You know
But
that he will say whatever he needs to get you to do what he wants.
he's helped. He's pointed things out before, and he's helped. I don't know.
Whether he's helped or not, he has his ulterior motives. If he does speak to you, take what he says with the most grains of salt that you could potentially muster.
That stole his kitten. Can you give me a perception check?
I love it. Hell
23.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
nice.
Wow. As you are speaking to Nyx, you immediately tell that Tyrvin is also speaking in the slight ways that Nyx's ears twitch and her eyes seem to shift between focusing on you and focusing on what he's saying.
Is he speaking to you now?
He is.
What's he saying?
He's saying that he's sure that they mean it when they call me family, but that I'm not actually meant to fit in here, that you guys aren't family.
There it is. He's trying to drive you to isolation.
But we all have our own families, right? This is just a mission that we are all meant to do, and it may go on for a while, but at the end of the day, we'll all go back to our respective places, right? Once this is all
For
over.
some, yes. For others, not so much. You'll come to find that bonds aren't so easily broken. Once you've put your life in someone else's hands, you find that they're the most trustworthy people that you can be with. But when they offer you their hands, you have to accept it. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but you have to accept the fact that those bonds that you've all formed together are that transcend more than blood.
It's so difficult hearing two things and not knowing who to believe.
Who do you want to believe?
He's saying that you're lying.
He kind of cracks a little smirk. As he's clearly thinking in his head, that son of a bitch.
DM, can I try and fight his voice and try to shut
You
up?
absolutely may.
Irvin? He's
Give me-
talking way too much.
Of course, he would say that I'm lying. He wants you. Because without you, he's nothing. Without you, he has no power. He will do whatever he can to make sure that you remain his. See, to him, you're nothing more than property.
He's saying that you guys will turn on me because I'm strange.
Aren't we all strange in our own ways?
I mean, I guess.
Let's go.
Hot
go.
money, let's
go.
Let's go.
Take a picture of that. That's
Oh,
crazy.
heck yeah.
It was the
Does that shit
it
come
was
for real?
We're All Strange that did it. Mhm.
Right?
All
Oh,
Strange.
yeah.
What's that song? Oh my gosh. I forget the song. It's like, strange, isn't it stranger, isn't it the...
Oh,
But
yeah.
well done. Yeah, you hear the soothing words of Stolas, and it empowers you, Nyx, and you grab hold of your own mind and you shove Kirvin out, and you find, for the time being, it is quiet.
Man, that's gonna come bite me in the butt later.
We'll see.
Oh, I don't like that. It's never safe when a DM says that. Stolas, as you say that, there is a visible peace that washes over me, and my mind goes quiet, and my shoulders relax a little bit. Thank you. I think I really needed to hear that. I'm so sorry for this mess.
Oh, nonsense. There's nothing to apologize for. We all have our things that weigh burdens on us, but at the same time, those burdens are what make us unique.
Never thought of it that way. Okay. Is there any other business that we need to do here?
Well, I know that that I put Sheriff Sarek on the job with Deputy Rin, or is it Deputy Virina.
Virina.
They are on the case, and hopefully they can find something. I'm sure Sarek's sharp eyes will be of a huge help. But we must also play our parts.
Yes.
Now, let's get back to the rest of the party. They should have Princess Ophidia back with our rune, and we can hopefully, with some time that Sarek has had to brew, perhaps he may have some sort of lead that we can look into.
In this moment, Sarek is going to take loud steps over, I think these steps right here is how you guys got down here. Is that correct?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna see where they are. And I come around the corner and I have my back to them as I'm looking towards the stairwell to the north of my view. Surely they came over here somewhere. And I will turn around and see them. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Ah, there you guys are, Nyx. What happened to you guys? Where'd you go? And I'm actually gonna come up and I'm bearing a ration of peas and bread.
Nix's
I'm
eyes
gonna
immediately light up at that.
walk up straight to Nyx.
Bread.
Bread.
And I'm gonna directly engage with Nyx. Nyx, I actually have some treats for you. It seemed like you were, from my notice, you just don't seem yourself lately. Here, I hope this helps a little bit.
And Nyx laughs a little bit nervously as he says that, and I'm gonna reach up, grab the bread, and break it into threes, offering a piece to each of you as well, before eating mine.
I'll also hold up a hand to your offer and say, "Please, Nyx, you should have more. After all, you're not yourself when you haven't had your snackers."
Waiting for something like that!
As she's attempting to basically break it up and hand it to me, I'm gonna use both my hands. I'm gonna cup one of my hand underneath her hand, and I'm gonna put the other hand and like let her guide her little fingers to grasp the piece of bread. Nyx, I want you to have it. It's okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Keep it.
okay. More for me, and I'm just gonna stuff it in my mouth and chew it and swallow it before answering your question. And I'm chewing as I'm trying to talk. Oh my gosh, I was really hungry. Anyway, yeah, we just had some personal things that we needed to talk about.
You know what? I actually don't even need to know what you guys are talking about. It's okay. Now,
I appreciate that.
about this imposter that is among us.
Among Us, sorry.
It's very sus.
Press the button.
Do you have a clue who did something?
I
What color were
apologize.
they?
Up, yeah, it was red, vented right in front of me. What was the one lady's name? I apologize. That was the one that I was interacting with.
Ridley Dragor.
Ridley. Yes. What are your thoughts on Ridley?
It's fun.
Nyx.
Funny that you actually mentioned her. She is actually who I was hoping to go speak to next.
So you're about on the same wavelength as me currently, and I'm raising my one eyebrow.
She has some information, supposedly on the Ember Core, which I believe are directly correlated with the Void Shards.
And she was once again out of over table. She was the one who was down in the cell, right, with Ren's sister.
That is correct. Ren's old protege, yes.
Correct. Okay. She just. I'm just not. Look, okay. And I start to get a little flustered. She's pretty, but I'm not going to believe her those eyes. And I'm trying to keep myself in check. She was definitely mischievous at the most, to say. And when we were looking for Ren's sister, we did find her down there with her. Some things just are not adding up. I definitely think this is someone that we should keep as a main suspect, not to directly assume it's her, but if we had a number one, I would definitely want to think that she could have something to do with it.
I mean, we can always ask her where she is right now, and he'll reach into his bag and he'll pull out the sending stone that Ridley gave him.
It'd be interesting to see where she says she is right now.
Shall we go fetch the rest and then go speak to this Ridley?
I definitely think we should discuss it with the group briefly. I don't want to seem like we are intentionally intimidating her with our numbers. We don't want her to shut down if we are trying to extort information.
I do think consulting with the group would be best in this situation.
But yes, sorry for walking up on you guys. I was merely wondering where you were. I will go with the group. Shall we?
Right, lead on. And we'll follow Sarah to the rest of the party.
And I will be right back. Transmission.
Okay.
As we walk up, Zin, are you doing anything? Or are you...
I am doing my best to be a part of the group and pointing out the architecture and the beauty of the Monastery of the Seven Rays, and how it may or may not connect with some of the architecture that in the only parts of art he may know about from like a few of the statues around Azaz and the greater Zakara region, because he is in no form or shape architecture buff or able to be a guide or anything. He's just floundering to make sure that the performance that was being given, to make sure that everything seemed on the up and up, is good. And possibly just kind of keeping to himself and only letting everybody else in the group lead this procession.
Okay. Yeah, so as we kind of walk up and catch you, Stolas will kind of call out, Zin, everybody, we've got a lead.
What'd you find out?
Well, right now, Sarek and I both have the same gut feeling. This Ridley character, she's definitely someone of great interest that we should probably take a look into. She had mentioned that she wanted to discuss doing research into the Ember Core, and as we know that those are directly correlated to the Void Shards, perhaps Ridley may be playing the sides.
Well, I mean, it sounds like at least a good place to start looking. Is there really? I mean, I guess we have to look. It just... Maybe we divide our forces at this point. Is there anything else we could be doing to help somehow, in some way, build up the defenses or help reinforce something, make a battle plan? I mean, I'm feeling like I'm kind of useless here. I've just been kind of just standing around and pretending like I know what I'm talking about.
He tilts his head a little sideways left.
Well, there's always strength in numbers. My thought is that we would go call up Ridley, find out where she is, go meet her, and discuss some things about the Ember Core. And while we're doing that, if one of us may happen to slip away to do a little sleuthing.
That's a good plan. I'll be the distraction. You're the sleuther.
And he kind of elbows you a little bit.
Zin, we need you to go get the banana. We are the distraction.
Oh. See? That is not where I saw that's going, but okay. Yeah, you let me know where you need me, and I'll go get that banana.
Zin.
Not Zen dreaming about a actual banana tree.
Right?
He's probably going to be just a little bit of disappointment when there is no banana. But we'll see how that goes then.
Well, does anyone oppose? And he'll look towards Sarek and Nix.
No opposition here.
I want to start a riot.
Let's go.
Hello, Ridley. It's Stolas. We're ready to discuss and see what we could do regarding the Ember Core research that you had mentioned. Where can we meet you?
There's a long pause. And then you hear back. Oh, by the gods. It is fantastic to hear from you. I am in the conclave. Come quickly. I have things that I must share with you, of which I have found, which I believe will be great. And
What the hell?
What are you guys
Everyone,
doing?
unless Sarek, you want to go off and do something else. Because right now the plan is go and speak to Ridley and potentially have Zen sneak off and sleuth and or find anything of interest worth nabbing.
Luther.
Bananas.
Oh. Banana.
Then we'll actually be looking for real bananas if you send him for bananas. Just don't be disappointed when it then shows up with a banana or two.
If they
And
last,
it would just be one. It would be one banana. That's all I found that you know of.
that you know of. Not enough to share, right?
Of course, there's a banana right there. You guys could all have some. I'm not that hungry. I have had bananas before.
No, I'll carry on with the group. I'll carry on with the group as I am interested in what's going to come. Where Stolas, I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder and pull you off to the side for a second.
Yes, what is it?
So, catch me up to speed, I apologize, I might have missed this, but where did you hear word that there was eyes and ears amongst us that were malicious?
Let me dig through my
That's a good
notes.
question.
When was the...
QDM.
I thought you said, let me start digging in my nose, and it took me a minute to
my notes.
understand you said no.
It's better than digging in your butt.
Where did we learn that? Was it in one of the
In
dream
your
sequences?
player journal letter is there.
And there wasn't confirmation of who, right? It's just someone?
Correct.
Or was there riddles behind it, or what?
I don't think we got any riddles. We just know that there is a spy here. Or there is... You know what I mean.
Yeah,
There's bad actors.
Bad actors, yes.
Was it?
And you're saying it came from the dream state?
I can't remember if we got it in a dream or if it was something that Master... Now I gotta find that list in my notes. Master Seiru. Was it Seiru?
No.
DM, if you remember.
Ren was the one that said that she is almost certain that Ridley is a bad actor.
Oh, okay.
When she had talked with Ridley at the prison where Juno is being held, her old protege.
Okay.
Yes, okay. There's one other thing I need to let you know, Stolas.
What is it?
I just so happened as I was walking toward looking for you guys, you and Nyx, I overheard the monks in passing, seemingly talking and being distressed about controversy over guarding the monastery or leaving. Apparently, there are monks that are leaving just after we have pledged an allegiance to guard and put our lives at risk. I felt it was something I should definitely bring up, so the numbers that we appear to have are not exactly. And who's not to say that in one hand, I guess we can't blame them. But it is something to think about in regards to, like I said, the numbers that we may appear to have.
Yes, if more and more of the monks leave, it'll put us more at risk, even with our rune here.
Exactly.
Every person will count.
I don't know. I don't think we can do anything about it directly, but it's just something to keep on your mind.
Yes, perhaps we'll have to have William give another rousing speech. Or perhaps
He needs to step up his training.
needs
What's
to,
going on in there,
needs to
William?
step
Are
up
you
his riz.
playing fucking patty cake?
That, or we get the masters involved and let them know that some monks are leaving because they don't understand why defending the monastery is so important. Perhaps some monks need more transparency.
That is exactly it. A lot of them, from what I heard, they're not allowed to see. They're not allowed to ask questions regarding the Nadia situation and everything that is arising around them. So that could be playing a big part in them questioning why they're even here. Maybe they don't want to lay their lives down on, a premise of question marks. Which is, to me, is kind of contradictory to the point of being a monk, is it not? None of that should matter. Nothing.
You'd think so, but some people's resolve falters in the face of a great travesty.
Where have we heard this before? Monks leaving, running away. And you see Sarek raise his eyes and look around the room for a second, but look back at Stolas. Never mind. So about Ridley.
Sorry, what was that last bit you said?
I said, so about Ridley.
Yes. She's over in the conclave right now. She apparently has some information that she would wish to discuss with us regarding the Ember Core and her research.
Okay. All right. This sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
All right, and we'll make our way to the conclave to meet with Ridley.
So,
I said that under my breath, by the way.
Like the whole way, you guys were just like whispering into each other's ears. We were walking on our way.
Hey. I need less judgy out of you and more.
I couldn't help. Zin's walking along, and we're trying to be like doing this whole thing, and here you guys have a 5-minute dialogue whispering into each other's ears. Looks at Zin, looks back at each other, looks at Zin, starts laughing. Zin totally thinks you guys are talking about him. And then yes, let's go have a meetup and find what kind of information this traitor has.
I mean,
Maybe it's Master Batu.
Who knows? That's why we haven't told the masters.
Maybe it's Vandal.
I mean, it's in his name.
Right? So true. So true.
Okay. As you guys are moving through the monastery on your way to the archives, is there anything that you would like to say to each other or do before you arrive?
that's a good question.
Yeah, what's going on? Why are you guys all being so like secretive and stuff?
We're getting into character.
You guys were all like off on your own, and you were off on your own. I thought we were being like family and like talking about stuff. And you don't look right over there, rat lady.
Rat
You guys are all hiding things again.
Hiding things.
No one's
It's
hiding.
client patient. It's it's doctor patient
There are HIPAA
confidentiality.
violations here that you need to respect, okay?
Are you a licensed therapist?
Yeah. I might need you to go get JD and Associates certified before we have this.
I am done.
Fine. You keep your secret, Starman. I'm watching you guys. All
Zin.
of you.
Zin! Look! You see me get stoic for a moment. Lock it in. We are literally amongst a spy. Like,
Hello.
lock it in! You actually see a side of Cyril that gets somewhat a little more out of character than normal. Control your insecurities.
Then we'll like.
You really want to know Zen? Nyx just needed some words of affirmation.
Then we'll give like a raised eyebrow, weird face, like okay. And having Cyric telling him to shut it down, like maybe he needs to be quiet in front of Princess Ophelia. So he'll lock down, and he's gonna go ahead and keep to himself now for a minute. Let's go talk to this other lady.
I don't think Avidia's not coming with us.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I thought since
Yeah,
the
no,
sun was
I
here.
think we were having you, the main party escort her back to Aubrey.
Gotcha. And she's already taking her leave.
As we're walking,
Yeah.
Cyril is gonna do the same courtesy after a moment, and I'm gonna stroll to the side of Zin's side, wherever he is.
Okay.
Zin, I didn't mean that in a abrasive way. Apologies. What I'm saying is, in controlling your insecurities, I mean that in a way as far as we're once again amongst, and you see air quotes, bad actors, as we're using this term. I just want us to refrain from speaking aloud. Rest assured, there is nothing being kept secret amongst us. We are family. And I put my arm, or not arm, but my hand on his shoulder.
I was just saying, it just kind of seemed you guys were lagging behind, and now you were whispering all the way over here, and I kind of felt like you guys were talking about me. I don't know. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you trying to make me feel about that. I appreciate you.
And I grasp your arm for a warrior's grasp.
Grab it firmly. You're good, brother. You're good. And let's handle our pressing matter.
Nick still didn't seem right either. I'm just saying.
She's not. I can tell you that much. She's not. We can have this conversation a little later.
Well, when later tonight, when we're in the middle of battle.
In the middle of the moonlight.
When Nick's
you
dead
can
on the
enjoy
floor
your
after
banana.
Banana.
Every time Sin says banana, I hear the fucking Donkey Kong 64. Oh, banana.
Hey, have we said that it's supposed to happen tonight, or we just are still question mark?
The group is an assuming position that it is supposed to happen at night. Not which night, but at night. Daytime, safe. Nighttime, danger.
Okay.
Okay. You guys continue walking through the halls, moving through the corridors, making your way down to the archives. You pass by the monk that is standing in the way. You quickly unveil your trinkets that Grandmaster Ascendant Sorian had handed to you, each one a little bit different, showcasing the different paths or the different ways, the different rays of the monastery, each one a law unto itself. And as you do, the monk recognizes the trinket, moves out of the way, and lets you pass without a breath. You guys walk down the corridors, down the stone steps. Was there any last thing that you wanted to say before you enter into the archives? You sense it getting very close.
I don't think so.
All right, beautiful. You remember the archives, and Stolas, you and Vandal being more keenly familiar with this place. You take the lead and you move down the curving stairwell until you get to the large door that enters into the interior archives, a place that is sacred to the masters, and very few are blessed to actually be able to enter. A place of study and of holding for their ancient artifacts. You open the door and you are brought into the first level of the monastery archives. You are entering in through right here. As you enter in, the doors open themselves. You watch as the door lifts up as it's pulled up by some mechanism in the ceiling. You are greeted by a large balcony that oversees what appears to be some sort of stone sculpture made entirely of what appears to be granite. You see that it is intricately carved. It is one single piece that has been carved throughout the whole. It is not pieces that have been placed together. The architecture itself is incredible. Incredible ingenuity. On either side, you see dragon heads that currently hold what appears to be some sort of energy orb ready to launch. However, they are being held back. You move around the balcony and take the stairs down, and you see the large second double doors that, as you approach, they begin to open up. And you are greeted as you enter out of the double doors. You hear the mutterings of Ridley Drager as she is pacing back and forth to the right of you as you leave the double doors, entering into the archive proper. Before you see a grand hall of books and parchment. You actually can look just beyond the staircase that leads down, that leads into the lower levels of the grand archives. You see that this place is massive. A large bridge centered in the overhanging the lower levels of the archive. You see rows and rows of scriptures and parchment and orbs and artifacts and old books, tomes, frayed edges and burnt parchment, burnt papers. It's the scent here is that of ancient dust that has settled over thousands of years. You hear the sounds below echoing off the stonework and the bridges of what sounds to be electrical components, arcs of electricity. You also hear something below that is moving, and you hear the rhythmic pattern of something. And you hear it rotating, walking throughout the lower regions of the archive. However, just beyond what catches your attention most is Ridley Drager pacing back and forth as she is muttering to herself.
Ah, Ridley, there you are.
I follow closely
Come.
behind Stolas.
She gestures for you to come, and then she slaps herself in the forehead and she begins to walk towards you. Oh, I'm so glad that you came. I could not believe what I found. It was something that I had no idea of ever finding here in the archives of the monastery. This changes everything.
But don't keep us in suspense. Show us. Tell us, what did you find?
Oh, of course, I can't believe. And she holds out what appears to be a journal of some sort. You see the journal itself has burnt edges, is dilapidated leather that has been worn over years. She says, I found this It is a scholar's journal. A woman who spent her years, her whole life chasing what? And she opens the journal and flips through the pages, and she's looking, and she says, yes, something about the seams. A book that speaks on the seams, a book about the prime, the thing the prime holds back. She presses it into your hands. Worn leather, a cracked spine, pages dense with an obsessive hand. Look, I am not asking you to trust me. I know what I am better than you do. Take it to someone who'd know. Your seer, the woman from the Eternal City. Check every line you can check. You'll find that this woman was not lying. Her jaw tightens. And maybe you'll understand why I'd rather put this in your hands than theirs. She steps back. There's a way through what's coming. It's in there. I know it is. I think it might be the only way any of us can walk out the other side. Look. She opens to one of the pages as she places it in your hand, Stolas.
Yes, I'm looking.
Do you read it?
Yeah, I'll read through it.
Okay, beautiful. You read, and it says, give me a second, I'm going through my notes. "12th year of the Copper Concordat, month of the waning tide. They laugh at me in the archive at Hazaz. Let them. I've held a page of the Testament in my own two hands, and none of them can say the same. It crumbled before I could copy more than fragments. The gray stone that is not paper, the letters suspended in it like silt in still water. But it is real. Every part of it is real, and the parts that frighten me are the truest. On the prime, the world calls them by soft names, the anchor, the dreaming one, the child who holds the door. I have come to hate how gentle the names are, because they hide what the prime is. The prime is not a guardian. The prime is a weight set against a weight. A single soul chosen or made to stand in the thinnest place in all the world and hold it shut with the fact of their own being. They do not choose it. They are rarely even told. A child is born or a child is made, and the pressure of the whole world settles onto them, and they carry it without ever knowing why they dream the things they dream. And when they die, and they always die, the weight does not vanish, it passes. Another is born to it. The door is never truly shut. It is only ever held. On the seams and the things beneath. The world is not solid. That is the first hard truth. And it took me years to write it plainly. The world is a cloth thrown over something vast. And where the cloth is thin, the vast thing beneath presses through. The old records call these thin places seams. The prime stands in the worst of them. The anchors, those 7 old and terrible stones the makers left, stand in the others. And the thing beneath, I will use the name the Testament uses, though my hand does not like to shape it. The mother beneath the veil. Not a devil, not a god, not anything the temples have a prayer for. She is the pressure itself, given a shape our small minds can hold. She does not hate. She wants nothing. For on her side of the cloth, she lacks nothing. She is already everything, entire and undivided. She only presses, everywhere, always. the way water presses on every wall of the vessel that holds it. The seams are where the vessel is weakest and where she leans the hardest, and the prime is the place she leans the hardest of all. "14th year of the Copper Concordat, month of the long sun." I have tried to write this section many times. The difficulty is not that I cannot remember. The difficulty is the opposite. I remember it with specific, unweathered clarity. Every time I sit down to describe Keth, it arrives as if it is still happening. Now, I come to the whole purpose of my life's work. Keth was a seam, was an anchor. For a seam may fray with age, and age mends itself, but a seam may also be struck, forced, cracked from the far side, where the mother has set the full weight of her attention and leaned. Such a wound cannot be patched. To fill it is to feed it. Every account of those who tried says the same. The crack is not damage to be repaired. It is the place where she is pressing, and the pressing does not stop because you have plastered over the print of her hand. The testament teaches the closing, and I have copied this page more carefully than anything I've ever set down. When the thin place is struck, the right must not seal it, for sealing builds the flood behind the wall until the wall is thrown down entire. The right must instead open the way wholly, fling wide the thin place and the prime with it, that the pressure may pour through in full and spend itself, and spent withdraw. For a door flung open is a door soon emptied, and a door emptied is a door that may at last be shut. I confess my instinct rebelled against this. Every part of me wished to seal, to shut the crack, to hold the seam still, to let nothing through. But the testament names sealing the error that dooms the world. The mercy is to open, to let the whole weight pour through at once, in a place and hour of our choosing, so that it exhausts itself and the emptied seam may finally close. The last entry. I am not well. I have carried this too long and too alone, and the carrying has worn a thinness into me that I think I will not mend. If these pages find someone standing where a seam is struck, someone with a dying door in their keeping and the whole weight of the world leaning on it, then know that I gave my life to bring you the one thing that answers it. Open the door. Do not seal it. Sealing is the error. Opening is the mercy. I only wish I had lived to see it done. Signed, Selah Vareen. Ridley stands there looking at you as you take in the words that you just read. And don't worry, guys, I'm going to give you a handout that has all of this. But she waits. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was just going to remark on the handout.
So, what do you think it means? Obviously, she is this Selah has found something that can possibly be used.
Potentially. Well, I mean, we'd have to find out more about what these seams are, and tell me,
seam
where
isn't the seam is where the connection is easiest between the two realms, the dream realm and this realm, or whatever that other place is. And the mother beneath the veil pushes through as the source of whoever does the power, is probably a god. I don't know. You're not picking any of this up? Aren't you supposed to be the smart guy?
Well, I was letting you talk.
You know, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just say things.
Well, sometimes you point out things that others might miss. So, regardless, your perspective is always appreciated.
Thank you.
Oh,
Zin's
validation.
Zin's tail flicks a little bit, and he straightens his shoulders back a little bit. Yeah, Zin's smart.
Yeah, he got a little sparkle in his eye.
Good monkey, and I'll reflavor one of my good berries to be a banana and give it to Zin.
He's gleeful when he bites into it, and it is banana.
When did these become banana flavored?
Oh, best edition yet.
At least according to this journal, it seems to at least corroborate what we were theorizing regarding the shard that Ophelia has.
Well, if it's being recorded in a journal, then clearly this is something that has happened before.
Exactly! That is what I'm saying! So if it's happened before, then we should be able to look at the previous experiences and learn from their mistakes. Right?
Yeah.
Where did you find this book, this journal?
It was buried amongst the archives in the lowest levels here.
So deeper.
Please show us where in the archives you found this journal. We'll help look and see if we can find anything else that may help.
Does the even though it was down there, does the journal have like a marking or something on it that would tell us that it either A, belongs somewhere specific within the archive, or is it markless, or like?
Give me an investigation check.
I'm gonna actually I'm gonna have this conversation with Stolas directly. Hold on.
Wait.
I am having this conversation with Stolas.
You've been kind of favoring
Stolas,
him
light
over
bulb.
there.
Yeah, I know. We're amongst books. This is his thing.
Yeah,
We're out
yeah,
in the woods. I promise you. Come to me. I'll tell you.
I mean,
What do
we
you get
also
from
did
this,
have
Stolas? So,
kind of a.
but
I mean,
I'm just- what if this book was misplaced? So we go look for it in one direction, or to see if it, has brothers and sisters. I don't know how to say it. Book stuff. And it's meant to be somewhere else. Because if there's something associated with it, it would be, or should be, by association. That would be the area we would want to look, yes? I'm getting ahead of myself here.
You're on the right track. If we go to the location where this journal is found,
Yes.
perhaps there's going to be some other documents in the nearby location that may be relevant.
Guess what I'm trying to say is, if we treat it like an animal, and we're tracking it down. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say, but just in book fashion.
You might find some scat as you're trying to find some scat. some
I'm trying to
book
find
scat.
breadcrumbs here.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, I think that that's a just something we should all be keep in mind of. But I'm still gonna
I
grab
did
the.
tell you guys that this has been happening over and over again. I mean, we did talk about that when we were talking about the fact that we spoke to Valestra and how they've had other circumstances in the past where they try and get help for the chosen ones, the primes. I mean, anyways, yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Sorry.
Mia backs you up on that as she hears you speak of Valestra. She says, "Oh yeah, Valestra told us that this is the 4th time or something like that, and the anchors are what hold the dream realm in place."
Does this happen separately to different anchors? Like, are there cracks in the ones that have been attempted? Is this what I'm picking up? Sorry.
There's multiple different kinds of anchors. There's like, you can have, like, Nadia is like I guess an anchor, but then you can have like shards of the anchors. Like, I know you can share the weight and choose to put the weight on you, sacrifice your own being to help share the load. There's been procedures and attempts done to help try and stabilize or add additional anchors. You can make an anchor if what Valestra said is true, that there are and have been attempts in the past to help these people, kids, or stabilize the realms. We aren't the first to do this, so there probably is writing and scripture and stuff that can help point us in the good direction that hopefully we want to go. So I say lead the way.
Absolutely has to be.
Yeah, it's got to be something we can get any kind of information on will help.
Ridley, lead the way, please.
Well, I just want to speak on one thing. It would make sense for there to be many anchors within our realm. Otherwise, how would we be able to traverse? How would we have the ability to traverse to other realms unless there were bridges of some sort binding one realm to another and known pathways in order to go there? For instance, if I want to go to the plane of fire, it would make sense that there is a known bridge to such a plane. If I wish to visit Avernus or the Nine Hells, there is a known bridge. So there are anchors binding our realm from our realm to the others. And that would mean, and then she folds her arms and brings her right hand up to her chin, and she starts stroking her chin as she's looking up in a very scholarly fashion. That would mean that there are other anchors in other realms that are binding those realms to us. In my research, this makes sense, but yes, I apologize.
It's like they're the stitchings of the two pieces of fabric together, this fabric of reality and that fabric of reality. And the stitch has to go through from two sides. An anchor from one and an anchor from the other.
Her eyes widen.
So if one is weakened, is this how the shards become cracked?
She looks at you, Sarek. Her eyes widen at you, Zin, and then she looks at you, Sarek, and she says, "What do you mean cracked? What do you know? Is there an anchor that is cracked?"
Oh no. I'm sorry, I got the lore messed up.
I think he's referring to the shard.
I'm
that's
referring
cracked.
to the shard.
Right, no, I'm still in character. She goes, she looks at each of you. Is there an anchor that is cracked? What would that mean?
When you consider Nadia not exactly
maybe.
whole, it's not like she can control herself. It's not like she has any say over her powers. We were on our way here and she did things she couldn't help. I mean,
Give me a persuasion check, Zin.
Uh-oh. I'm like starting to remember a couple of things.
Ian, did you get my whisper?
No, dirty 20.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We love dirty 20s.
Hell yeah.
Her
we do.
eyes narrow at you, Zin. And then she says, anyway, you asked me to show you where I found this. Come, I will. So, and she begins to take you down the levels.
Yeah, we'll follow.
As we're walking,
Mhm.
Ridley, how did you stumble across this? How did you know to look down here? Or were you just
I did it.
guessing?
The first level here, on the first level, is the working archive, she says as she's descending, her voice pitched for your ears alone. Dala's domain. Everything anyone still reads. Second level's the old collection, the things they keep but don't touch. Sealed cases, warded shelves. That's where they took me when I first arrived. Made a show of it. Here's our great library. Here is the trust we place in you. She reaches the bottom of the second stairs.
So we are technically on the second level right now, right?
You are now on the second level, correct?
Okay.
We look over and you see a bunch of like piles of scrap left over from Vandal.
Bro, you look on the tables and there are disheveled pieces. Things are broken. There's what looks to be refuse of artifacts strewn all over the floor. It is a mess here. Vandal he does not look at it as he passes by with you guys. The second level is here are the sealed cases and warded shelves, the artifact layer. She reaches the bottom of the second stair. She doesn't stop. She continues to move down. You catch glimpses of tall cases under dust cloth, blue glimmer of ward light, unlocked glass, and she says, they did not permit me to the third level. No one did. But I found ways to get around it. And she continues going down.
It's just clearly a stairwell, right?
You see wards that are on the railing of the stairs all the way down. As you approach them, they are lit up. As you get closest to them, you watch as the wards fizzle out. You would anticipate the reason being because of the trinkets that Grandmaster Storian. Yep.
Were there warding on the rails first and second level?
Second level, not first.
Okay. Is Ridley experiencing the same thing?
No, she's not.
Okay.
So
So we have passed by trinkets, but she is
correct, and you have no clue how she's passing by the wards.
Good catch.
Very good catch. She reaches the bottom.
She's a ghost, man. She's a ghost.
Run!
just in time.
Sorry. Oh, I've been here, but this was just a good opportunity for me to yell.
Nice. Can't say you didn't make it.
Can't say you didn't make it. True. Facts and real.
The stair opens to the lowest archive. It's not like the levels below or above. You see that things are stored here. A lot of the walls here have been carved directly from the mountain itself, but they've made it organized.
I'm interested in her continuing her conversation. As she was saying, you found ways.
Oh, yes. But let me show you this. She, as you guys approach the door, or as you approach the bottom layer, she steps off the stairwell. She turns right, and you see a large door that has a large sigil, a ward that has been placed upon the whole of it. You see it is the entirety of the door has been carved into a one whole complete ward that stops anyone from being able to enter. She looks at you and there's a smile that crosses her face. And then she takes out of her pocket a large, what appears to be almost a small saucer plate, but it's not. It's a carved coin with a fastened sigil on it. She says, "The masters remain
Unaware? As I'll say
No.
it out loud.
very perceptive. But I have ways of getting around that. Some of the monks take only a little push to get what you want." And she places the saucer, the coin, on the door. You watch as the ward
5002. Who?
as the ward dies out and the door opens. And that's where we will end tonight.
Oh.
Everybody knows she's the spy. It's her. Clearly.
I mean, maybe she's just good at what she's doing.
It's actually Nadia.
It's actually Stolas.
Master Sleean, it was you all along.
Fake Hitler.
Good session. GG's.
GG, guys.
GG.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Tomorrow?
Heck yeah.
Oh, you guys Sunday session?
Yeah, for our Sunday
Nice.
session.
You
How's
guys
that
have
going?
fun tomorrow.
It's going fantastic. Depending on how long it takes them to get through the things that I have planned. Very exciting introduction to me.
Nervous.
Oh,
Love it.
nice. So glad to hear you guys are having fun.
Yeah, the story's going really well, and good character
Yo.
immersion, good RP, and good story. Good job, Danny.
Thank
Yes.
you. I do my best.
Yeah, and Dee Dee's all right. I mean, Maddie, she's
Hey,
coming out of her
hey.
shell. She's doing okay over there.
I'm trying.
You know. All right,
There'll
guys.
be plenty of times for Dee Dee to.
To die?
Well, I mean, there's
If
plenty of
only.
opportunities for you all to die, especially
please.
since you're going towards Ravnica bullshit.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, we're just in the jaws of a spider den right now. No problem. All good. Things are gonna go
Squirrel.
great.
Just burn them. It's okay.
What's
Oh,
scarier
again
than
with
a
the
spider? A hunter spider.
Hey,
What's
hey,
scarier
no.
than that? A giant hunter spider.
Yeah.
What's
Don't touch those
scarier
hunter
than that?
spiders.
A mechanically enhanced giant.
Oh,
This is the constant argument in our household. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized spiders, or would you rather fight one? Oh wait, I can't even do that because
horse-sized
spiders are
spider.
tiny. I know. Oh yeah. Would you
First
rather fight
of all,
one
it's
horse-sized
100
spider? Would you rather fight one horse-sized spider or 100 spider-sized horses?
100 spider-sized horses.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
Nope.
Oh yeah, because then you just put on Cat and I Joe and you start stomping. You just Cat and I Joe and you're just stomping away. You're at a country music festival.
I do not believe it. I do not believe it. I refuse. I can dodge one giant. I cannot dodge 100.
All you hear
little
from
things
beneath
running
them is the
around.
sound of cracking bones.
The entire time you're just fist pumping in the air.
You get done, it's like the best jazzercise you've ever done in your gosh dang life. That song goes on forever. Jesus.
Meanwhile, Mercy's over in the corner just dying.
Swinging on a giant freaking spider. Good lord.
Let me tell you. No. Let me tell you. You guys have seen The Mummy, right? The first one
Yes.
with those tiny freaking beetles, and
Yes.
they all overcome you at the same time, and your body is freaking gone. You have no skin, no muscle, no nothing left because you've been eaten alive in seconds from 100 spider-sized.
All right, guys,
ducks.
I'm gonna take off. You
But
guys
if
have a
a
wonderful
if a
night.
spider gets that big, doesn't its
Later.
carapace get thicker?
Bye, guys. Love y'all. Take care.
Bye. Wouldn't its carapace
original
just be
question-
like crazy thick, and then it's like armor that you've never seen before? What do you? How you gonna? What
First
you
of
could just put?
all, why do you know the anatomy of a spider? Why? That's question one.
I mean, it's law of equivalent exchange.
Oh,
sir.
amazing.
I'm so disturbed right now that you know words that belong to spiders.
Dang.
The law of equivalent exchange is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, baby.
You know, but you
Oh,
know,
heck no.
if it's get bigger, diameter gets better. GG's, you guys have a good night. I gotta go, and those
Bye,
things like
guys.
that.
That's craziness.
All right, we'll see you on tomorrow.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Hey,
Later,
have a
chat.
Good night, everyone. Much
GG,
love.
everyone.
GGs.
Much